What is up, YouTube? Before I start the video, I would like to point out that True Business Review is ran by two people. I currently make division prediction videos. My name is Dan, and you might have noticed Mike in different videos. So we would like to thank everyone for all the support and views and subscribers. We really appreciate reaching over 100 in such a short amount of time. So yeah, let's get into the video. Before I start the video, I would like to add that only 4.1% of you guys are subscribed. So I'd really appreciate it, and I'd like to thank all of you for all the subs, the views, and the support. I really appreciate it. Let's get into the video. Finally, number 32. This is the last video I'm gonna make with scheduled predictions. This is the last team I have yet to predict, the Miami Dolphins. So, it's been a very, very fun time predicting these teams, and obviously, the credibility or the probability of me getting these right, I believe it's going to be pretty good. So, in the future, I will be making like reaction videos to my old predictions. It's kind of common sense. It's going to be fun. And obviously, there's always those couple teams that, surprise the NFL with their talent. And there's always those good teams just stop being good. So, we're definitely going to have to change these predictions mid-season, but I'm curious to see how many games I'm going to get right, and I'm going to be very surprised if I get a freaking team exactly correct game for game. That'd be pretty cool. But let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. So the thing about this team is that they weren't too bad last season. Obviously they had like one of the worst records in the NFL, not the worst, but not the best. And they drafted Tua in the draft. So I guess it was worth it, tanking for Tua. It was kind of common sense there. So they got a good QB. Fitzmagic, should I say. He had a pretty good couple games. Week 17 against the Patriots, that was the highlight of the season in my opinion. Because if that never happened, the Chiefs never would have gotten their first round bye and potentially never would have won the Super Bowl. We also wouldn't have seen the Titans versus Patriots, and then the Titans versus Ravens. So thank you, Fitzmagic. So let's actually start with Week 1. So Week 1, I'm very, very, very unknown on who's going to start this game at QB, of course, because Tua might be still recovering. Even if he's very, very, very healthy and he's good to go, I don't know if he's going to start this game because Week 1 they play at the New England Patriots. So it kind of only makes sense to start Fitzpatrick in this game because this was Week 17 last season. They won in New England, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if they won once again with Fitzpatrick. So I'm saying it right now. I feel like the Dolphins can win this game, and I really wouldn't be surprised if it happens. But honestly, I'm picking the Patriots to win. I honestly believe the Dolphins can easily pull this off. It's 50-50. Patriots offense is going to be struggling earlier in the season because they don't have Tom Brady anymore. So, honestly, I do believe the Dolphins can win this one. But it's in New England. Patriots defense is killer. They don't lose to the same team twice in a row. And technically, it wouldn't really be twice in a row, but it'd be very, very close. So, I do believe the Patriots probably should get the home W. So the following week, this team hosts the Buffalo Bills at home. So the Buffalo Bills, overrated or underrated, you can check out the video. But I do believe this team is very overrated. And I do say this because adding a wide receiver doesn't really doesn't make your team 10 times better. Because you can just easily draft one and easy replacement. The only very, very, very impactful receiver in the league would be Antonio Brown for Pittsburgh. Obviously, we saw the decline there, but not really because Ben Roethlisberger was injured. I do believe DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans. I do believe Deshaun Watson's going to struggle a lot more. And, yeah, so Michael Thomas, if he left the Saints, could see a decline there, but we'll see. So I don't really believe, even though Stephon Diggs is a beast, I don't really believe their offense is going to be that much better. But I do believe the Dolphins actually are going to win this game at home against the Buffalo Bills. I picked this in my Bills video. My Bills video was the second or first prediction video I ever made. I said the Dolphins are going to beat them in Miami, so I'm staying with my picks. So the following week, they travel all the way north, I guess you can say. They go all the way north of their state. They play the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, this game, I do believe there should be a decent amount of Dolphins fans here, and shouldn't be a problem. Not really home field advantage for the Jaguars, in my opinion. I do believe the Jaguars are the worst team in the NFL. Number 32 in the league. We might see Tua starting this game. I probably think he would be, in my opinion. We'll see. And I do believe the Dolphins are going to get the W. So, should be an easy win. The Jaguars, even though it's on the road, the Jaguars are still the worst team in the NFL. Easy win. So, the following week, they host the Seattle Seahawks. So, this game's going to be a troublesome game. Even though it's in Miami, I do believe the Seahawks are going to get the W. They're definitely the more well-rounded team, the better team in the matchup, the better offense, the better defense, and they should win this game. If this game was like week 15, I could see the Dolphins winning this game, not going to lie. See, the thing about the Dolphins is they are in a rebuilding stage, and that rebuilding stage started last season in the beginning. They have a ton of they had a ton of draft picks this season. I think they had 3 first-round picks, and they have a ton of draft picks next season too. So this team's obviously rebuilding, and I do believe they're not going to be worse than they were last season. I do believe they're going to be better. Got Byron Jones from the Cowboys defense, going to look a lot better. Devontae Parker was just lighting it up last season. I do believe they got a couple running backs from San Francisco, either Matt Breida or Mostert. I don't remember. Well, I guess that's good for the running game. So this team is going to look better. And I do believe they can challenge the Seahawks in this game. But Seahawks are definitely the more better team, the more well-rounded team. Going to get the W in Miami. So the following week, they travel all the way across the country and they play the San Francisco 49ers. So, yeah, it's a big rip in this game. The 49ers are one of the best teams in the league, and they should lose this one. The 49ers should win, obviously. Don't even explain why. I feel like the Dolphins, this could be like their worst game of the season, in my opinion. This might be Tua's worst game of his career. So should be an easy win for the 49ers. So the following week, the Miami Dolphins play on the road once again. They play the Denver Broncos. So do you believe the Broncos are going to be a lot better than they were last season? This Broncos team can make the playoffs if they're lucky enough, of course. And the Dolphins are going to get challenged in this one. And obviously, I think the Broncos are the better team. It's in Denver. Really good defense. Broncos should win this game, no doubt about it. And I'm only saying this because the Broncos offense has gotten better. Courtland Sutton's a better player overall. Drew Lock has been good for them. Late in the season, we saw he had a decent winning record, 4-1, I believe. They got Melvin Gordon, Phillip Lindsay, so their run game should be pretty good. They also drafted Jerry Jeudy first rounds and KJ Hamler second round, both wide receivers. Very good picks for them. Their tight end, Noah Fant, pretty good. So I do believe this offense is going to be decent. And the Broncos should get the W. So the following week, they play the Chargers at home. So I do believe the Chargers are one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think they're literally going to be the second worst team in the NFL, of course, in front of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So since this is at home, and I do believe they suck, the Chargers should get this easy W. No doubt about it. If I was stupid, of course. Obviously, the Dolphins are going to win this game. The Chargers, like Justin Herbert versus Tua, 5 or 6 in the draft. It's going to be interesting to see. But I feel like Justin Herbert, way overrated. He's going to suck for the team. And there's just no correlation there in Los Angeles. So, the following week, they host another LA team at home. They host the LA Rams at home. So the LA Rams, back-to-back LA games. And the LA Rams, I feel like they're going to be a pretty good team next season. They have the coaching experience. They have the players besides Todd Gurley, who was dropped by the team. So that is the only downfall for the Rams, was their running back. So we could see that be struggling in this game. I really doubt it. And I do believe this game is going to be really close now. I feel like the Dolphins should win this game. But I feel like the Rams are actually going to pull off the upset on the road against the Dolphins. I don't really know why. I just feel like it's going to happen. And I'm only saying this because if this game was in Los Angeles, the Rams would obliterate the Dolphins, in my opinion. So I'm going to see a lot of yards for Cooper Kupp. Jared Goff's probably going to have a pretty decent game. So GG. So the following week, they travel to the Arizona Cardinals. So the Arizona Cardinals definitely going to be a really good team next season because they got DeAndre Hopkins. So, like I said earlier, wide receiver doesn't affect a team. But DeAndre Hopkins, I said he's one of those 3 wide receivers in the league that does make the big difference. And he's definitely going to make a big difference on this team because they already have Larry Fitzgerald. And the offense is going to look experienced and good. Kyler Murray is definitely going to be emerging. Kenyon Drake at running back. Oh my, it's going to be very, very, very good. Their offense is going to be one of the best in the league, in my opinion. It's going to be really good in the future. And they're going to lose this game in Arizona. And the Cardinals are going to get the W. So, honestly, I don't really know. I feel like the Dolphins' defense is going to get better and better as the season goes. It might pose a threat for the Arizona Cardinals, but I really, really, really doubt it. This game's in Arizona. Cardinals should get the W. So the following week, they host the New York Jets at home. So, in my Jets video, I picked the Dolphins to lose both of the games against the Jets, and that is including this game at home. So that's a big rip for them. I do believe the Jets actually are going to win this, and even though it's in Miami. I feel like the Jets defense is better than the Dolphins defense, and that's all that need to do because the Jets were legit at home. I mean, they weren't the best, but they beat decent teams at home, and I feel like they're going to be better with Sam Darnold not having mononucleosis anymore. Le'Veon Bell is going to be probably better. Their offense, their wide receivers, they got Brashad Perriman, they got Jamison Crowder. It's going to be decent for them. The Jets, I'm not expecting them to be really good, but I feel like they're going to be around 7-9 or 8-8. So I feel like they're going to get the W over the Dolphins in Miami. And there has to be a bye week in between this game, after this game, because the following game is actually against the Jets once again. And this game's in New York, of course. So they play the Jets twice in a row. That's pretty weird. Haven't really seen that before, playing the same team twice in a row, but there's definitely a bye week in between here, or that would make no sense. So yeah, I still believe the Jets are going to pull off the win in this game. They're definitely the better team by a little bit. Their offense is probably going to be better. We'll see. And like I said before, their defense is better than the Dolphins. It's in New York. They should counter Tua in this game. So the following week, they host the Cincinnati Bengals at home. So we saw this game last season, this exact game in Miami. And this game had a thrilling ending. Of course, Andy Dalton had a Hail Mary and tied the game up and actually forced overtime, but choked. The Dolphins won the overtime matchup. So, am I expecting a very close game? Once again, I am. And it's going to be Tua versus Joe Burrow. It's going to be a good game. And I do believe the Dolphins are going to win this game once again. So, it's 50-50 with Joe Burrow. I feel like he could fit in week 1 and play the NFL season, his whole rookie season, like an absolute beast. Maybe one of the best rookie QB seasons ever. Or he could be, mediocre Baker Mayfield. We'll see. But I feel like it's going to be the good Joe Burrow, and he's going to be playing good. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals actually obliterated the Dolphins in this game. But I'm not doing that. I think the Dolphins, I feel like they're going to get the win, even though the Bengals, they have the talent. They just had a really bad losing record last season, but they filled in the gap with Joe Burrow. So I feel like the Dolphins are going to win this game. better defense there in Miami probably, and that's probably why they're going to pull off the W. So the following week, they host the Kansas City Chiefs at home. So this is going to be a GG. Chiefs are obviously going to win this game, no doubt about it. Don't have to explain why. I don't even think it's going to be close. So the following week, they host the New England Patriots at home. So, even though the Patriots have been really, really good in, the past decade or two, they've seemed to lose to Miami like 3 to 4 straight seasons. And it's pretty funny in my opinion. So yes, I am picking the Miami Dolphins to win this game. Like I said before, week 1, they play the Patriots in New England. And if they start Fitzmagic, I do believe the Dolphins are going to win this game. But I picked the Patriots just in case because it's in New England. But I honestly would not be surprised if this was the first year the Dolphins 2-0'd the New England cheating Patriots. So GG. Obviously the Patriots are going to lose this game. Let's go Miami. So the following week, they go on the road and play the freaking Raiders. So this game's in Las Vegas. I don't even know why I hyped up the Raiders so much. I don't really think they're going to be that good. So the Raiders and the Dolphins are definitely going to be very, very, very close in skill-wise. I feel like at this point in the season, these teams are going to be very similar, honestly. And I feel like the Raiders should have the better team at this point in the season, but wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders, didn't clutch up because they're the Raiders. So whatever, this game is in Las Vegas. I feel like the Raiders should be the better team at this point in the season, and they're going to get the W against the Dolphins. So I'm only saying this because the Raiders' offense, I feel like it's going to be legit next season. Obviously, their QB struggles, but it's whatever. So they got Josh Jacobs at running back. He had a really, really good rookie season as a running back, really good. They also got Darren Waller, surprise tight end. They got Henry Ruggs III, first wide receiver drafted. They got freaking Tyrell Williams. So this offense ain't looking bad. But, the clutchness, the coaching staff, it's questionable. But I still think the Vegas Raiders should win this game. So the last game of the season is against the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo, and they beat the Bills week 2. So I feel like they're going to lose this game. It's going to be week 17, obviously. So the thing with week 17s is it's almost always against a division rival. It almost always is. It basically is, in my opinion. The thing about this game is that the Bills are definitely going to compete for their division with, I don't even know if the Patriots are good. So I feel like the Bills, honestly, are going to have their division locked up. So they could bench all their starters in this game and give the Dolphins a free W and add to the win list. But I don't think about it that way. Let's say the Bills are competing for their division and they try this game. It's in Buffalo. The Bills are definitely going to get the W at home, no doubt about it. So that is it, guys. All 32 teams predicted. So hope you enjoyed the series. We're going to be starting a playoff prediction series next. It's going to be very fun. So stick around. Enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Adios.